Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to play another game of League of Legends. I'm the Strategy Professor, doing another little Janna game here. And we picked Janna for a variety of reasons. She's very, very good against Lee Sin. So that's primarily it. Like, she just completely wrecks Lee Sin if you're good with her. She has two different ways to interrupt his Q, and that's his whole thing. And she just scales harder than Brand in lane. Or not in lane, but just later in the game. She scales a lot harder. They're really letting us have this lane, basically. Like, they could be bullying us so much harder. It's on them. I mean, we're going to outscale them. Ezreal outscales Jen. And Brand I outscale Brand. Kha'Zix outscales Lee. Tryndamere, it's tough to say whether he outscales Teemo or not. Everyone hates Teemo so much. And Victor versus TF is kind of a toss-up. So I think we have the mid to late game. I'll scroll down on the comments here in a second. I scrolled up to read that couple of different posts. So Janna, you know, doesn't have the most riveting laning phase, but she's extremely powerful. Very, very powerful. If you want to know why, just watch my tier list video, but she's very, very good with all of the best items right now. She's the safest champ in the game. She gets a ton of free assists. I mean, all you have to do is throw a shield on somebody and you get 5 assists every team fight. She's super safe. Like, it's so hard. If you've had to play against a good Janna from another position, you know what I'm talking about. Like, if you're against a good Janna, it just feels like it can just be almost impossible to get to their priority targets. She just has so many ways of just being annoying and stopping you from doing what you want to do in team fights. And she can build almost anything. She doesn't need items. So you can build ZZ Rod on her. I mean, you can't really build Knight's Vow, I guess, but you can build most other things on her. Build Redemption, ZZ Rot, Locket. She can build all the greats. Nah, he's gonna get stopped. That's fine. They had that warded, I suppose. I think I lowered my volume. Try to. Oops, there we go. I had to get kind of these cheaper headphones. I don't really like them as much. I had these other ones that were better, but they just cracked. Like, they're just like garbage material. I only had them for like a year and they broke. I don't remember what they were, but they felt so good and the sound was a lot better than these. But these just seem to be a lot more durable. I didn't want to spend much more than like 30 or 40 bucks. These are still pretty good. These are like the Archie Sentis or something like that. I don't really know my brands that well, but they're pretty good. Yeah, I mean, so the reason that you pick an AP, because APs are going to fall off, as I just explained a little bit ago on the stream. Now, Ezreal doesn't have any mana, so... Okay, he pinged it, but I mean, we can try it. That's fine. I mean, we got a lot of stuff. Alright, so we're gonna go this. And boots. Looks good. But yeah, so I mean, if you're picking Brand or Zyra, like, you have to win the lane, big time. Now, they are up in CS, but that's just from Ezreal flat out missing CS. Like, that doesn't have anything to do with their picks, I don't think. I mean, I don't think he was pressured at all. He's just missing. And there's 3 more coming in, so we're going to be a little bit behind. It is a bit easier to last hit as Jen, I think, if you're not in your own tower. Now, he is going to be a lot stronger here. So I'm just going to freeze it here just to make sure they miss a wave. That's what I'm doing. So now it's going to push into here, and they're going to miss a cannon minion. At least. So this should catch us up a little bit here, actually, because I froze that right there. Not all the way up, but it's going to force them to miss about 6, including a cannon minion here. So we're going to hit 6 first. Well, actually, they hit 6 before they left. Whatever, okay? It might even make them miss 2 waves, because that was a big freeze that I had. So when I say freeze wave, that means that you keep an extra stack of minions, like, pushing into you, and so that it kills their minions much faster and keeps it near your tower. Which is good, because they have a TF. So we don't want TF to warp down on us right now. So you see, now he's only down 10 CS, and he's actually going to get like 6 of these back right now. So that almost caught him up in CS, that freeze that I did. So he was down like almost 20 at one point, and now it's going to be a lot closer. So he's only down 6 because of that freeze. So that's a really big deal that I was able to pull that freeze off. Now I can't go ward, but it's also really dangerous to ward when TF has his ult. He's actually up CS now. Now it's pushing into them, but it's basically even. That's the magic of freezing. I don't always do that, but there's a time and a place. And that was the time and the place, because I couldn't go ward anyways. Because TF had his ult. And we don't know where Jen is. Is he just like AFK or something? Like, I'll scroll down here in a second on the comments. I can't see them right now. I scrolled up. I'll scroll on my next back. I want to get this guy. Like, I don't want him CSing. Like, I think they're like AFK or something. We should have probably been pressuring him a little bit more earlier, but... Oh, there he is. It's all good. Kha'Zix wants it. Can we get this? Do I want this or the dragon? I don't know. So I want to be lined up right here. Like, you want to line up if you're near a... Yeah, there we go. So that he hits as many people as possible with that speed up. Why do I leave, man? Oh, so we can go get this? That's fine. Yeah, I don't really care. Okay, fine. But yeah, I mean, the gist is, like, you want to be lined up if you're Ezreal because he can throw that W, which speeds you up. You see how he just hit Kha'Zix and me right there? So you want to try to be in a line if you have an Ezreal on your team and you're trying to push something. So it increases the attack speed of all of you. Just a little thing, but, I mean... That couple of extra auto attacks can be a big deal, whether or not you get a tower. Let me see. Oh, there we go. I think I almost had it. Okay, let's, how close are we? I think I'm just going to go ahead and get Raptor. If you're ever wondering why does Prof build ZZ Rot Portal, just watch my 6.22 tier list video. I think it's about 12 minutes and 30 seconds in. I spent 10 minutes talking about ZZ Rot Portal, why it's so good, where you should place it, how you can just win games almost single-handedly off of that item in solo queue. Let me see. Okay, I'll try to get some more. Yeah, usually you get the tower and then the dragon. I wasn't sure if we'd have enough time, though, and it's an infernal dragon, which is a big deal. It's not like it's the wind dragon, but we did have enough time for both. But yeah, usually you do. I mean, I talk about that by mastering the map, that you want to get the towers first, but I just didn't know if we'd have time.
As you wish.
That's really bad that middle's down. Because we just have no idea where they're going to be. They're probably up here, though. I can't go wandering in bushes. Well, they have the open mid guy this game. That's good. Okay, sweet. We get another tower. Oh, I don't know why I put it on him. I should have put it on easy. It's a misclick there. We can probably get another one. I do have ult ready. I need to line up here. There we go. So if he did his W right now, yeah, it hits both of us. No, they're not legit open in mid. Just that one guy. So these guys know what's up. These guys know what's up. Yeah, you just have to tell them. I don't know, Vega. I think you can tell them in low elo. You don't, I mean, or like if they don't understand the concept of like waves pushing, you can just say, look, I'm going to put my ZZ Rot in a bush right here and just sit in that bush until someone tries to clear it. Like, you don't even have to push alternate lanes. Like, just put a ZZ Rot in a really obvious place. Like, just put it like right here, sweep the wards, you ward over this wall, and when someone comes in to try to kill it, which they'll do at low elos, then you just kill them. It's like a free kill every time you cast it. So you don't even have to do something advanced like put it bottom lane and prepare for Baron. You can just put it in any bush and just sit there with one other person and someone will come and try to clear it. So you can, you know, take it down a little bit on the critical thinking if you need to. It can still be a very effective item. Or just even to defend towers. I'm not sure. Can we actually beat him? How much damage does he do? I don't know, whatever. I'm not even going to mess with it. I shouldn't have even gone up there. I'll just come down here. Yeah, Eric, that's a good trick for easy. I forget it sometimes, but if you remember it, it's good just to line up for easy. Yeah, I shouldn't have rotated up there to deal with Teemo. I'm just trying to help Tryndamere out because he's having a crisis. Let's just get out of here. Oh god. What the f— That's ridiculous. So his kick triggers. I mean, if he presses the kick, even if you blow him back, it triggers, I guess. I should have just blown him back immediately. I was just being too greedy with my ult. He's gonna kill him. I mean, they can come back. It's not looking great, but I should have just not been greedy there and just... blown him back immediately. Yeah, I mean, it just put it in middle lane, and then just people like to roam around and like clown fiesta whatever. Just put it like behind a tower in middle lane, and then just go run around with them, you know, doing whatever if they won't listen to you. And then eventually, when you get some kills, you know, you'll be like, oh, middle lane just happens to be pushed all the way up to their tower. Oof, couldn't do it. This is getting a little scary. I like it how Lee's just like randomly sitting in a bush over here. Like, who's just sitting in that bush while we burn the inhibitor? He's like, okay, here's the plan, guys. We're going to let him burn the inhibitor. And then Janna's going to come through here and try to rotate bottom. And that's where I make my move. I don't get it. Because he didn't have teleport. So he was just sitting in the jungle the whole time while we're taking his inhibitor. I mean, you caught me. I don't get it, but that's what happened. I guess I should expect the unexpected. I mean, the bottom line is I should have just ulted him faster. This guy's just like trolling, throwing cards the wrong way, I think. He's just like so mad. I sold the gold item. The gold items really aren't that efficient compared to Locket and Redemption and ZZ Rock Portal and Knight's Vow. Everything's more gold efficient than the upgraded gold item. So I start with coin and then I just sell it. And yes, the ZZ is a gold item. It hasn't given me a lot this game because I just got it and placed it, but I've seen some games where it's gone as high as like almost 2,000 gold. So it gives you, typically gives you just as much as like a Face of the Mountain or whatever else, a talisman. Oh, we got him? What the hell? I thought I tornadoed that out. Ooh, that was bad. I should have just ulted him out, I guess. It's not good. So yeah, the gold items are just not worth upgrading. They're just a fallacy. Like, it looks like they're good because they give you a little bit more gold, but you have to think of how much they cost. Like, the upgraded gold, the tier 2 gold item costs 500 gold, and I think it gives you like maybe 1 or 2 extra gold per 5 for the coin item. I haven't done the math on it, but it's going to take you a very long time for that to pay off. Probably at least 10 minutes. And in exchange for that, you could have had 500 gold and, you know, get your ZZ. Get wrecked, Lee. I'm going to use everything on you this time. This guy's so mad. I kind of recognize Void King. I think that's a person from before. It was like a troll. Yeah, I mean, it's, to me, it's, yeah, you might get a little bit more gold later in the game if you keep all of those items, but you're really delaying your ZZ by a lot. And to me, it's not worth delaying the ZZ for 5 minutes to make an extra, you know, 200 gold by 45 minutes. I'd rather have that ZZ and just get that pressure going a lot earlier. No, the guy's 100% trolling Felix. He's not really missing that many skill shots. He's just really mad and just wants to give up on the game. Alright, I kind of don't want to get in queue with this guy. Yeah, I'll go ahead and report him. I mean, everyone else on his team was actually trying, I think. And that's just not, that's not cool. Yeah, they were having a bad game, but they were starting to come back. I mean, Lee was making some plays. Oh, I guess I should have called it intentional feeding. Whatever, who cares? Oh, God, it's going to be a brutal climb. But, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's resetting. I'm just here to educate, to entertain. If I get some elo, it's fine. Hey, John, I'll try the Skarner. I'll try him. I'm 2-0 so far. Oh, Jen AFK'd? I didn't even know it was Jen AFK'd. You do upgrade Locket. I don't know what you're... Maybe you're talking about one of the gold items. Well, let me look at efficiency. I think I left those out of my... Well, I did do Face of the Mountain. Hold on. I'll show you Face of the Mountains. I didn't do the other 2 gold items, but... Okay, so... Where is it? Face of the Mountain is roughly, and I give it really rosy stats, so I say that it's going to give you 800 gold over the normal relic shield, which is optimistic. And then I assume that you have 3,000 health with that shield, which is also very, very optimistic. I never get 3,000 health, because a lot of the best items don't have health on it. ZZ Rock Portal doesn't have health on it, neither does Locket, so... getting to 3,000 health is really hard to do these days if you're getting the best items. I mean, Redemption does have health, and so does Knight's Vow, but 3,000 health is a very rosy scenario. It's giving everybody a 300 shields, about 800 gold per shield times 2. 1,600 gold. I value that slow at about 100 gold each, according to the bilge water that I talk about. And it's slow and how much you pay for that with that item. And it basically comes out to 200% in like the rosiest scenario you could possibly make it out to be. So you pay 2,200, you get about 4,600 gold out of it. Whereas something like ZZ Rock Portal, Bane.
Impure.
ZZ Rock's really hard to calculate, but you're getting a minimum of 4,000 out of it, and like a maximum of 8,000. But really, the maximum is just flat out win the game. I mean, and that's priceless. And I only estimated that you get 400 gold from void spawns. And like I said, I've seen it as high as like, 1,600 before. And you just think about the scenarios that you get gold from. If it manages to kill a tower, then that's 500 gold. If it defends one of your towers, you're denying 500 gold from the enemy. Even more than that. Like if someone's close to it, it's an additional 250. So if they're trying to push your tower and they can't do it because ZZ's there, you're denying 750 from the enemy. If you win a fight because you get a 4v5 because someone's trying to go clear the ZZ and they don't have teleport, then if you kill 2 people in that fight and get a tower off of it, that's 1,500 gold minimum. If you get a Baron plus 1 tower after it, that's 2,000 gold. So all of these scenarios start adding up really quickly. And that's really the only item that gives you these scenarios as readily as this item does. And then I'm not going to talk all about Locket again, but just watch the video. I talk about Locket, Redemption, and why those are absurd. Those are way, way better at team fighting stats than ZZ Rot. That's why you'll see a lot of pro players just skip ZZ Rot and get these other 2. I talk about why that is up here also, early on. About how pro players are on a budget. They don't get as much money because not as many people die, so there's not as many assists. The lower the elo, the more money you're going to get as support usually, because people are just going to die a lot more, and that means there's just more money to go around. But even at high plat and low diamond, I still think ZZ is good. Okay, Bailey, yeah. Don't upgrade the gold items. If that's what you're saying, then yes. Hey, Beyond. I used to run Eye of Equinox until they changed Locket and Redemption around. I just don't think it's worth it now. And I do think if you're going to get a forward item... Well, we have Easy here. I might do Tom Kench, because they have a pick comp with Thresh.
Call me king, call me demon.
Oh, I gotta stop the recording. Sorry, that's it for the last VOD. Thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure to check out the channel. We have lots of great stuff, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful evening.